Hello and welcome to Beneath the Surface, the show dedicated to giving you access to the creators and the makers of your favorite Surface products. I'm your host, Sonia Dara, and I'm here to take you behind the scenes and show you how the magic happens. For today's show, we're going to talk about something that is extremely important when it comes to getting our products out into the world. And oh my God, okay. Is this a present for me? It's not even my birthday.
No, that's the prop.
Prop, right. That makes sense. And that's because today's theme is packaging. We'll be talking with our team members who design and implement our packaging, so it not only looks beautiful, significantly nicer than this random box, but also keeps our devices safe as they travel from our hands to yours. Packaging. We all love it. The joy of opening something cool, the pleasure of watching a YouTube unboxing of an awesome new product, the thrill of opening a box of frozen pizza because you're too lazy to cook. But do you ever wonder who creates those awesome moments? Today, we'll find out. We are very excited to welcome Joann Maisonet, packaging designer, who will discuss the packaging process and how they adapted to the past year's challenges. Welcome to Beneath the Surface, Joanne.
Hi, Sonia. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to talk to you about life on the packaging design team, as well as some of the changes that have taken place from the last year of working from home. There's definitely a lot to talk about.
Oh my God, so much to talk about. Do you mind telling us a little bit about your role on the Surface team?
Yeah, for sure. So overall, our goal on the packaging and content team is to create a positive unboxing experience that is high quality, innovative, and compelling to the consumer. And we do this alongside our partners through visual design, content, and language localization. When it comes to my role specifically on the team, I work on the packaging graphics with our partners, as well as the inner box graphics and product instructions.
So for our audience, I think they're still getting a little bit up to speed on packaging. Can you give a brief overview of what goes on behind the scenes pre-COVID for the team?
So when it comes to process and starting a job for a new product, we like to conduct marketing and competitive research to better define what is already being utilized in the market, as well as looking for ways that we can improve the consumer experience. And then after we do a market analysis, we work with the PM team to define a creative brief that will be used as a platform for the creative development. From there, our team defines the structure and the inner box design experience. And we do this for the entire hardware product portfolio, including Xbox, Surface, and PC accessories. And because we create things that are physical and tactile, we rely heavily on the entire design team being in the studio so we can see and hold and discuss in person.
When the work from home mandate came through, what did you do to help your team transition virtually? And what were the most challenging problems you had to overcome?
Yeah, we relied so heavily on being able to collaborate in person. And suddenly we find ourselves working from home. And in my case, I was working with two little kids who were my new teammates. We had to evolve quickly and stay connected and keep the schedule moving while keeping ourselves and our families safe. So the journey really started with teaching myself Keyshot, which is a 3D program. And this helps us to create a realistic rendering of what final packaging may look like. And then after we started showing the renderings in our presentation, we received such great feedback from our partners. And I moved on to learning animation, which helps us to show how the structure and the graphics work together from every angle. And it creates a better understanding of the full 3D packaging experience that I could deliver from home.
I love that you're thinking about the new form factors. You can be delivering this. You taught yourself new programming, like way to, jump in head first on all of that. So that's amazing. I would love to talk a little bit more about Surface packaging, as a whole, the tangible product. Can you tell us about any advancements that you've made over the past couple of years to our packaging?
Oh yeah, there's so many exciting things happening right now. In 2019, we showcased our commercial packaging, which addressed a direct ask we were hearing from our customers. There was a need for the commercial packaging to be designed for efficiency and scale, and also being easier to dispose of and break down and recycle. We are also investing in inclusivity, and we want to leverage what we've learned from the Xbox adaptive controller packaging and continue to evolve and incorporate accessibility features throughout our portfolio.
Joanne, thank you so much for spending time with us today. Really, really appreciate it. And I'm very excited to hear more coming out of the packaging team.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was great talking to you.
So all of this talk of packaging brings us to a segment we like to call Thinking Outside the Box, where we introduce you to the people who, are thinking outside the box. Let's meet some of these innovators and get inspired. So he's just thinking? Next to a box? Okay, so let's pick up where we left off with Joanne, sustainability. Here at Surface, we're working hard to reduce our packaging materials and to make our packaging more sustainable overall. I had the opportunity to connect with Yunjing Jiao, packaging designer, who's based out of our China offices. We discussed the Surface team's commercial sustainability packaging process. Let's roll the interview. Jing, thank you so much for joining us today on Beneath the Surface. Do you mind telling us a little bit more about your role in the Surface team?
Yeah, sure. So basically, I designed the commercial packaging for our Surface products, including all-in-one packaging and bulk packaging. All-in-one packaging is a single shippable unit designed to fulfill small orders, while bulk packaging is to support large-scale orders for our commercial customers.
Awesome. And I believe you're actually calling out of our Shenzhen offices right now in China. Can you tell us a little bit more what that's like working out of our subsidiary in China?
Yeah, sure. So I'm based in our MOC office. It's called Microsoft Asia Center for Hardware, located in Shenzhen, China. It's great to be surrounded by a group of talented and passionate people who specialize in PC accessories. We work closely, challenge each other to push boundaries and provide our customers with the best products. And because I'm here with our packaging engineers, I could discuss my new design concepts with them, and they could run early tests to understand the new structures.
Can you explain to us a little bit the testing processes? How do you determine what materials go into packaging, reliability testing that you might do?
Yeah, so based on the shape and the weight of the product and its transportation model, our packaging engineers work closely with device reliability engineers to determine the appropriate test requirements. For example, we will conduct a series of drop tests to simulate the accidental drop done by a courier and a vibration test to simulate the truck or train transportation environment. We also put our packaged product in an environmental chamber to simulate the extreme temperature and humidity. So by doing all those type of packaging tests, we can better understand the packaging performance during transportation, and we could improve our design accordingly.
So I had a chance to interview Joanne earlier, and one topic that she had brought up was around sustainability. For our viewers at home, can you explain exactly what sustainability packaging is and what we're trying to achieve here at Microsoft?
Yeah, so a packaging that uses fewer but more sustainable materials. And of course, it needs to be easy to recycle. And the most important thing is it can protect our product during the entire transportation process. I think Surface Pro 7 Plus could be a good example. The commercial packaging is 23% lighter than the previous generation and is made from 99% natural fiber-based material, of which 64% is post-consumer recycled content.
And are there any metrics or goals that the team might have in terms of, some of these sustainability benchmarks?
Yeah, so as you might know that at the start of 2020, Microsoft announced plans to become carbon negative by 2030. So our packaging team has set ambitious sustainability goals as well. Single-use plastics will be eliminated from our packaging by 2025, and we're aiming to achieve 100% recyclable packaging by 2030.
Thank you so much, Jing, for educating us and our audience on all things around packaging, the importance of sustainability, durability, accessibility. So really, thank you so much for joining us today on Beneath the Surface.
Thanks for having me, Sonia. It's great to be here today.
We hope you enjoyed today's deep dive into the packaging process. I know I learned so much about what goes into the design and the many innovative ways we're working to make our packaging more sustainable and accessible. Thanks so much for joining us, and let us know what you'd like us to talk about in future episodes. We love hearing from you, so leave a comment below and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next episode. Bye. It's my pump up jam, either doing the dolphin noise or Africa by Toto. I love getting the chance to talk to Joanne. I love getting the chance to talk with... Do you hear that siren?
Big surface middle, take one.
We're getting real creative with our segment names. Middle.